no matter what we do, Shaytan is going to come at us, except the ones that are sincere and devoted to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He said he's going to come at us in the front. He's going to come at us in the back. A distance from the right, a distance from the left. So ku mel ni kooku nag naka ngay muccee si moom dina jafe de. Kon nag dañ war a be aware of the tricks of Shaytan. And how can we be aware of the tricks of Shaytan? One thing we have to understand, especially when you are on the spiritual journey, when you are trying to get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, yaa ngi góorgóorlu sa diine, yaa ngi try your level best. Moom loolu neexu ko. So he's going to do anything he can do pour génne la si yoon boobu nga jël. Yenn saa nga dem, for example, let's say you on the journey of memorizing the Quran. Nga nekk si di góorgóorlu, di try, you doing good. But then sometimes nga dem foo xam ne nga àgga suura boo xam ne maybe dafa gudda, dafa saf or something, or you're struggling with some letters, you're struggling with the tajweed pronunciations, and you want to give up, you feel like giving up. That's where Shaytan comes in. Moom daf dee bëgg nga give up. Si lu baax loo nekk rek dafa bëgg nga give up. So we have to recognize that when we are doing good, when we are on the journey to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when it gets tough, Shaytan comes in. He comes in. The whispers si suñ noppa yi, his whispers come here. He was of Shaytan always is going to be there. Because moom daf ñu xam. So he comes to us, especially when we are vulnerable. Shaytan looks for vulnerability. So when you are doing good and things get tough, or sometimes you feel discouraged and or something, know that that's Shaytan. So be aware of it. Or sometimes you have thoughts, bad thoughts, or sometimes you doubt in yourself. You feel worthless. You have identity crisis, or it can be you started wearing the hijab, or you just got into the deen of Islam. All those stuffs, he is going to take advantage when you are on that path. Sometimes if it's a sister that just started wearing the hijab, mun naa ñëw si sa xel bi and start whispering, xoolal kële ni mu rafetee, xoolal kii, you don't look pretty in the hijab, why are you doing this? My life is boring, what am I gonna do? There's nothing fun to do. Yooyu yëpp seetaane mu ngi si noppa bi rek di whisper. Yaa dem ba gis sa koo xam ne bëgg naa be a good Muslim, a better Muslim, jege suñ borom. But then daf dee ragal, daf dee stay back na, okay, if I get in the deen, if I suma si sóoboo, what am I going to do for fun? Because I've been there. I used to think like, okay, wow, ñi nekk si diine bi nii, what do they do for fun? How do they have fun and all that stuff? But wallahi, that's the biggest misconception that we have. Because di nga am foo dee toolu ak yàlla suñ borom. What you used to think was fun will not be fun for you anymore. And how you feel and the place you are, it's more fun, more fulfilling, more pleasing. You get more contentment because you realize that what you were chasing to be happy, or what you were chasing to have fun, is not it. You get to a place that you know that what you used to think was it is not it. So recognize that and know that it's not about what society defines as fun, what society defines as happiness is not it. And he makes you to start comparing yourself with other people. You start having all these doubts, all these limiting beliefs come into your mind, looking down on yourself. When you get to that point, and he can take you so low that you don't even understand how you got there. So when those signs start to come, seek refuge from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and say a'udhu billahi minash shaytanir rajim and do lots of zikr. Connect with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Hold on to the rope of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because He knows us. We all have something called the Karin that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made with all of us. Every single human being has something that is called Karin, a Shaytan in us. So moom daf ñu xam fu ñoo jaar, xam nu muy ñëweek ñun, xam suñ xel lu ñuy xalaat. Moom ba lu tax sometimes suñ gisee yenn yi suñ bëti mu rafetal ko. He is working. Ñun mun nañoo ñàkk understand seytaane naka la moo doxee si ñun, naka lam ñu xamee, naka lam ñoo mun a defloo yenn yi, waaye moom daf ñu xam. So if you understand that we all have a Karin in us, a Shaytan with us, but we have to fight. That's part of the test. It's a struggle. We have to fight to be better, to be closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because ñi nga xam ne dañ sincere, ñoom they are obedient to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. ñi ngay def li yàlla digle, bàyyi li yàlla tere, wàññi the sins. Seytaane mënalut leen lu bari. Dina am yenn saayam nag mu ñëw ci yow mun la def loola la warta def, but then you do tawba. Sometimes su la def looloo xam ne bëgguloo koo def, dafa bëgg nga stay on that path, dafa bëgg nga stay there, so ngay gundi yokka sins di gundi yokka baakaar sa baakaar gën a yokku. Ba pare nga sometimes mun na laa def loo ba nga xam ne you start like belittling the good that you're doing. Sometimes mun na laa def loo ngay nekk di def sin, and then you start to justify the sins that you are doing. Now it's okay, everybody's doing it. Lii dara nekku si. It's just a small sin, it's just a minor sin. Wala ñu naan yàlla bari na yërmande, yàlla day baal. He is al Ghafar, he is al Ghafur. ñuy oyofal afi mbir mi. waaye dëgg la de, yàlla aka bari yërmande, waaye tamit moom mu ñu wax ne moom mooy al Ghafar al Ghafur, moom mooy al Karim, at the same time moom mooy al Muntakim, the one that punishes the wrongdoers for their sins. So as a Muslim dañu war a bàyyi xel loolu lu bari. Those tricks of Shaytan can make us lean on the far left boo xam ne we can be like we're not doing things, we're not doing what this person is doing, at least we're not doing that, at least we're not doing this. Those are all Shaytan doing his work on us. So we have to live as a Muslim in balance of hope and fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Am yaakaar si moom, si yërmandeem, waaye ñu am tamit am ragal yàlla si moom, si mbugalam. So one thing I would advise myself first and all of you guys is let's stick to our askars. As we have askars that we can do to help us with those doubts, those limiting beliefs, those whispers of Shaytan that's going to come to us here and there. Every morning, Yonent bi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam wax nañu ñuy def am nañ morning askar. If you have the Hisnul Muslim app or the Hisnul Muslim book, it's there. The evening askar, we do it. All those can protect us. If you also, the way I memorized it, I'm still memorizing it. Not all of them because it's kind of long. I go on YouTube. Mufti Mink has a video about on the morning askar and the evening askar, and the way he recites the askar, slow, like kuko janga dinko muna nanka so koy deglu every day, it gets stuck in your head and you memorize it. So if you get on YouTube and type Mufti Mink morning askar, and then sungon jote nga type Mufti Mink evening askar and say it will help you, it will protect you. There are so many stuff that our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught us to help us from the tricks of Shaytan. So let's be aware that when you are on the path of the Sirat al-Mustaqim, Shaytan promises to delude you. Shaytan moom dafa vaaw ne ku jël yoonu yàlla du la si bàyyi until our last breath. bu ñuy waaja dem bay dee sax Shaytan dina try pour def loo xam ne dañoo weddi suñu borom. So if you are aware of that, the best thing to do is hold on to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Make lots of dua. He comes in human form. Shaytan comes in human form. And he comes in jinn form. So when we are aware of his tricks, when he comes, like I said, we seek refuge from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And let's do lots of istighfar. Wherever we are, lots of istighfar, lots of astaghfirullah, lots of zikr. If we cultivate that in ourselves, if we are always doing that, fuñ mun di nekk rek dafa yomb ak ñun. Luñ mun di gis loo xam ne we recognize nañ ne okay, this is not right, or this is the trick of Shaytan, we will be able to handle it. Te yàlla moom ku jóg dem si moom rek daf laa jàppale. So let's hold on to our zikr. Let's hold on to our askars. Let's do our obligatory deeds that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us to do. Let's be sincere. Let's be devoted Muslims. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make it easy for us, inshallah. Kon yal nañu yàlla jàppale, yal nañu yàlla dëgëral, yàlla may ñu xàmmee ka ràññee lu baax ak lu bon ba nga xam ne bu ñëwee suñ kanam dinañ ko recognize ñu bañ a dugg ci lu bon li te jublu ci lu baax li. Kon ba beneen yoon, assalaamu aleykum wa rahmatullah wa barakaatuhu.